Happy October 1st, everybody. We got the Bardstone team here. We got Brett Pinson up in the upper right-hand corner there. Kevin Meinert down on the bottom, and you got me in the upper left here. And we're excited. We got our third Bardstone publishing Kickstarter already. Just how long? In 3 months? 4 months? Something like that.
Yeah.
We're insane. Hence all the beer drinking.
That's right.
I got just coffee.
I'm trying this Saugatuck Brewery peanut butter porter. It's definitely not the Belching Beaver.
Yeah, nothing really touches the Belching Beaver.
Yeah.
You could get in trouble for touching the Belching Beaver, I believe. I don't know if you're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
It might be very expensive to touch the Belching Beaver.
Indeed. So welcome aboard, guys. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Brett, I feel like I just saw you today.
God, was that today? Jeez.
Wait, is it today? What is today? No,
it was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
God,
that was yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't work today or yesterday, and today was a lazy day for me. I didn't do squat.
You know, people need days though. So
yeah.
So awesome. So let's just get into it. It's official. The Wretched Realms issue number 1 has gone live on Kickstarter.
Yes.
So our original plan was to launch yesterday, but actually it's worth the wait. We're already up to $125 here. It's worth the wait because Kickstarter has implemented a really cool new system, which I'm curious to see how it works. I'll have to try it out or have someone. Actually, it won't let me pledge against my own Kickstarter, so I'll have to see how one of my friends do it. But supposedly you'll be able to do add-ons right through their menus. So this will be interesting to see.
Yeah, I already checked it out. It's really awesome, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how does that work? When they're who we got? Put them live.
No, I'm getting scam calls all day. I'll be right back.
Is that for your student loan?
Yeah.
No, as soon as you go through the pledge and you pick, this is the pledge I want.
Okay.
And then it takes you to a screen. It's like you can add these add-ons, and then everything's listed right there. Very simple, very simplified, and you select everything before you actually finish the checkout. So you pick the reward you want, and then it'll ask you, would you like to add any of these add-ons? And then you get all the options.
Okay. Very good. Now, the question I had, this is a new feature in Kickstarter. They're calling it their beta launch or whatever they call it. So this is still in the testing phase. What I was curious, when you were going through that process for checking out, how did it handle shipping?
When you got to the end, it was whatever the initial reward was.
Okay, because they had me input shipping costs during the setup of the add-ons, and I didn't want it to be like, I didn't know if they were looking for total shipping or the additional shipping. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think they want just what you want to add on for each individual add-on. So you can leave that at 0.
Oh, okay. I may have to go in and edit those then. Because it was very confusing. They didn't really give you any direction. So I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, so it looks like whatever, if you want to add any shipping, it would be, you can add it there. Or if you just, if you put 0, then any add-on would just be at no cost.
Okay, that's good to know. All right, I may have to tweak a couple little things there then once we're done with the stream. Because I wasn't sure what they were doing. So that's where instructions are nice.
Well, it is brand spanking new, so.
It is, and this is going to be huge for us creators. Kevin knows also, we've talked about this before, how we wish they allowed the add-ons to be done this way, because there are third-party companies out there who will do these type of things, but now we can do it straight through Kickstarter, so that's really good.
Yeah, it's a fantastic feature for them to add on, and I think it was maybe a month after Poe was finished, they sent me a survey and asked how they like to improve Kickstarter, and the very first thing I said was add-ons.
Right.
And then I went 3 screens later, and then they're like, okay, add-ons. What would you like? And I'm like, add-ons. Just give us the option to do add-ons. And it's the first thing it looks like they're trying to roll out, and they're listening to the creators. It's a great way to
soon. And we just recently finished Crimson Shadows, and I just got a new survey from them asking about additional things. It looked like the main focus for this one was integrating their back-end program to tie into shipping and handling. So that will be another huge step if they implement that, because that's probably, in all sincerity, the fulfilling of the rewards is by far probably 60%, 70% of all the work. Yeah. So
that's what takes most of the time, and and just coordinating all the information. So for it to actually, there's a big stopgap of the communication from everything's nice and clean when you're doing everything for the when the backers are coming in, you're seeing all the good information, and then you get to the end, it's time to ship everything, and it's like everything just gets thrown into a big basket, and it's very hard to decipher who, what, where, why, how. So
and then you got to basically redo all the work of retyping everything multiple times, and then there's chances of error when you do that. So I really hope they implement that as well. But here we are for Wretched Realms. I'm going to just do a quick scan through the Kickstarter page here. If you go to Kickstarter.com, you'll find us under Bardstone. You'll also find us if you look up Wretched Realms. Another thing as well will be, let's see, bring me back on. All right, Brett is ready. This is like, it was like he was thrown out of the top rope there in the Royal Rumble, but he is coming back in anyways. So let's bring him on board. There he is. He snuck back in underneath the ropes. And
yeah, I couldn't be on the air saying what I had to say to those jerks.
Yeah, I hear you.
Literally, I've had 20 calls today about warranty.
Me too.
And it's they have my last name, somebody else's first name, and they keep talking about some kind of Buick, and I've never owned a Buick.
My phone.
I told them, I said, quit it, quit calling. It's every like hour I'm getting a bunch of them, and they're like 5 in a row, and I'm like, and they're like, the guy's like, we have different departments in the warranty. I'm like, quit calling me from all of them. Jeez.
Right. I've been getting hammered by about my federal student loans, which I've never had in my life, and then there's the infamous, the phone rings, you answer, and no one's there. Yeah, it's like, come on.
Well, that's what this one was, and I waited till they picked up. And I've had the same guy like 8 times, different numbers, and then this is a different guy, and none of them are from the 517 area code. I know that.
Right.
They're all from somewhere else. So
exactly. So we were just about to go through the Kickstarter page here, just to let people know what we're doing here. But I posted the link right into the comments there, so you should see it there. You can go to bardstone.com. I've got the link up there, or go to our Facebook pages, so you can find them there. And I'm going to quickly go through this. Then I'll talk about our exciting creative team that we have on this, and give you some sneak peeks on some things here. First and foremost, I want to tell you about our early bird special, which is, I thought they listed it right at the top since it was.
No, it's down with the higher dollar one.
There we go. So this is the early bird special. This is the $80 special. Now I went with this one because on the last one, people were really excited about getting all the variant covers. So I put together an early bird special. When you total up everything together, it's $120 worth of stuff. You're getting it for $80. It includes a free sketch on your blank sketch cover that you get for Wretched Realms. You get all 3 limited edition titles, as well as the unlimited edition, and you get the PDF edition, digital edition through Drive-Thru Comics, which we'll talk about later as well. So it's $120 worth of stuff for $80. Now, as a private early bird special, anybody who does a pledge of $40 or more, I will throw in a 4x6 grayscale sketch on our Bardstone sketch stock. So I will do that for any orders $40 or more while this early bird special is going. So
cool.
Yeah. Here's our creative team. You got myself here. This is a series I've been thinking about for a while now. But about geez, what was it? About 8 weeks ago, I think, is when I actually was like, you know what, I'm going to do this. And in 8 weeks, I came up with the story, wrote it, illustrated it, brought on Shara Lima, which is our color flatter for this issue to help save some time. And now all that's left is for me to do the final colors and a couple touch-ups with ink. So we really flew through this in about 8 weeks right now, which is awesome. It's kept the energy flowing. Really, this was just something there's these different songs on the radio, and I have these stories in my head from them. And so Wretched Realms is kind of meant to be my outlet for that, but it's not only for those. This is an anthology series that any writer or illustrator, if you have a story idea and you want to make it part of this, you can, let us know. We can get you into an issue of Wretched Realms. It's meant to be for everybody. So we got Shara Lima, which I'm going to take you to her art page in a little bit here. She does phenomenal flat colors. We'll talk a little bit about that. I'm excited to say we also got Sergio Cariello joining us, which was a big one. And I know Kevin's excited about that one.
Definitely.
Yep. Sergio's awesome. I've known Sergio for many years. He's got a great career. He's got the Action Bible. It's the #1 selling illustrated Bible in the world. It's like over 60 languages and millions of copies have sold. He's been on the Lone Rangers for Dynamite Entertainment from 2006 to 2011. He did stuff for Zondervan, Son of Samson. He's been doing stuff for DC Comics with Batman and so much more. But his work on Lone Ranger really lends perfectly with the Wild West theme of this comic. So I can't wait to see what Sergio does. He's going to provide the final inks. So he's doing the layout, pencils, and inks for the cover. And then Kevin Meinert, who you see on the screen here, he's going to be doing the colors of the Unlimited Edition cover with Sergio. So that's really cool.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. But then we got additional covers, just like we did with Crimson Shadow. So right now, we just brought Sergio in just this week. So we don't have his artwork in yet, which is understandable, but he said he's going to have it before the end of this, which is cool. So as his work gets revealed, we will announce it here on the screen and update these. So we're going to have the Unlimited Edition cover, which is here. That's inks by Sergio, colors by Kevin. Then we're going to take Sergio's inks and also publish that as a limited edition cover with it's just pure black and white, much like we did with Crimson Shadows with J. Travis Smith's artwork. So we'll have a black and white edition of just Sergio's inks. We'll also do an ultra limited edition of 30 copies featuring Sergio's inks with foil accents, just like we did with Crimson Shadows. That was a popular mix. Then we got 2 more limited edition covers. We got one by Kevin Meinert, where he did 100% of the work on. Love this piece here that he did. Absolutely love it. Came out great. Love the colors on that too. So, can the Renegade outrun the Hangman? Dun, dun, dun. You had fun doing that piece, didn't you?
Yeah, it reminded me. It's a story that it feels like it should be in like the 70s. So, the old horror comics where, that's how the covers always were. It was very, literal, but, there's technically not death in that scene that way. But it's just a fun image. It reminded me of the books I bought when I was a kid. So, that's what I wanted to pull off.
I love it. Great color choices there and good work there. So that is available as a limited edition cover. Then you've got my limited edition cover, which look at this. I even spelt my name wrong here. Look at that. SEOT. This was going so fast for me to get all this stuff published. I was like, it was insane how much work I did this last week to get this all ready. But anyways, you don't care about my name as long as the artwork's good, right? So this is the in progress version of my limited edition cover. I'm going to go a little high end on the illustration here. So I'm going to really finish off the horse and rider. But so I'll reveal that as it gets closer to being finished. limited edition by Sergio. That's his black and white inks. And then last but not least, the Wretched Realms sketch cover variant edition. So you can get your artwork, whatever artwork drawn by whatever artist you want. So there you have it, right?
Nice.
Very cool.
These are some sample pages of the interiors. These are the grayscales before they were colored. My pencils on some of the pages. So what the story basically is this is inspired by the classic Styx song, Renegade. And maybe I should sing it. I don't know. Scare people away. But it's where it's like, the jig is up, the news is out, they finally found me. That one, the renegade who had it made, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to find, where's the part where I'm reading the lyrics right now, just so I don't mess them up. Hangman is coming down from the gallows and I don't have very long. That one. Anyways, if you don't know it, look it up. I would play it for you guys, but as Brett and I know from Odd Musings, the second you play anything, they give you warnings and you played something on your stream. So I
yeah. Well, they don't ding us, but they sure do let us know that it's a naughty thing to do.
Oh, I meant to ask you, did we ever get dinged when we played it off of StarWars.com instead of off of YouTube?
No, we never got an email. But we didn't do the audio either. It's the audio, I believe, that they capture. So when they can hear the audio, that's when we ever get a letter from YouTube.
Okay.
And it's usually been CBS and Paramount that have been the two because they're tied in together. It seems to really be after all that.
So moving forward,
we're showing their trailers. They should be happy we're promoting them.
So moving forward, we'll play the video with no sound, and you and I will insert our own words. I'll be Sean Connery. I'll be Sean Connery singing "This Is It" from Huey Lewis.
I'll do my Cartman. Yeah,
I got kill you, Papa.
I love your Cartman. So we got tons of rewards on here. Scroll through. We got limited edition covers. You can get them all individually, or you can get the completest pack where all 6 covers are there. We have a retailer pack. Those are limited to only 3 of them available because we have the ultra limited edition where there's only 30 total. So we can only divvy those up so much. Then we have our add-ons. This is the thing Kevin and I were talking about that we're so excited about, where when you're checking out, it gives you these options. So, and I meant to tell you, Kevin, one of the other things they were asking heavily about is adding the photos to your reward. So as people see the reward, they can see it.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got digital edition copies, only $3 each. How cool is that? We got unlimited edition copies. Normally these are $10 each of mine. These are only $9. I've got the limited edition available, $12 each for Crimson Shadows. The Crimson Shadows tee, $25. We've got the pack of the Poe Macabre Master, $30. You get all 3 of the covers plus the digital. Hand drawn sketch. That is not my hand. I should have put an asterisk just so people don't think it's fun. Hand and picture will not be drawing your artwork. I should have
actual hand not shown.
Yeah, actual hand. And then last but not least is the Crimson Shadow pack. So if you missed out on the last Crimson Shadows, there's $130. You get everything. You get a sketch on there. Now it says Wretched Realms there because that's the image I had, but it'll be a Crimson Shadow sketch cover actually. So you can choose. I'll let you choose. If you want a Wretched Realms, you can do Wretched Realms, either one. But you get the foil cover, you get the limited covers, the T-shirt. So basically, this was like the whole enchilada kind of that we had going before. So there you go, guys. Stretch goals. We love stretch goals. If you guys can get me up to $4,500 or $4,000, I should say, I'm going to do a 6-page short story at the back of the book. It'll be black and white, and it will be a short story introducing the Essential. That's a storyline I got coming out in 2021. So I'll do just a brief 6-page short story at the end there, so you guys can get a taste of the Essential. For $4,500, I'll be able to afford to buy me a colorist. So if we can get up to $4,500, I'll hire out a colorist and get that colored for those extra 6 pages. So there you go. And then $5,000, we'll add an extra variant cover where anybody who has a reward of $50 or more, you will automatically get the bonus cover for free. Under $50, you can do it as an add-on for only $10. So that's a good price for a limited edition run. So that's what we got.
Very cool.
Woo.
There's a lot of cool stuff. I hope everybody really takes a look at the add-ons, and those that didn't support the previous Kickstarter have a chance to really support it still. I think it came out great. God, we're getting some great feedback. Rodney did an unboxing on Hasm, and when he got his stuff, we've heard from our good friend Sean Forney, who's doing a cover for the next Poe.
Yep.
And so it's a great chance to get some awesome stuff. I saw my comic is still available in that pack. So if you get that and it's not signed when we send it to you, you come see me at a show. I'll sign it for you. Won't even charge you.
Mm-hmm.
So
exactly.
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
Yep.
So we announced the joining of our team. We've got 2 team members that joined us for this Wretched Realms issue. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna share the screen so we can learn a little bit about who they are. And it's interesting. This was not by design, but we have a Brazilian theme going because we got Shara Lima here who joined us. She's doing our color flats. This is her page on ArtStation. Okay. ArtStation's it's almost like the old DeviantArt, I don't know. Is DeviantArt even still around?
Yeah, but it sucks.
Yeah. But you might be asking, what does a color flatter do? Well, here we go here. This is what a color flatter does. It's a vital part of the process because it's a time consuming part. And someone like Shara comes in and just saves someone like me a ton of time. So you're seeing in the first panel on the left, those are the inks. This is Spider-Man. And the final one on the right, that's how it looks, her colors with the inks over it. And then the middle is her flats by themselves. So you want to talk a little bit about that, Kevin, the process of flatting and how it helps?
Yeah, flatting, it sucks. It's like my least favorite part of the entire process of anything. It's just like you said, tedious and time consuming. So coloring a page, if you're doing everything from beginning to end yourself, you pencil it, you ink it, and then get to the coloring part. I don't mind the coloring part and the shading and the gray scales, but then I have to do the flat colors, and it's always like I like literally put that off to the very, very end. Yeah, it's like, oh, now I have to do all the flats. It really does. Out of the coloring process, it's at least half the time, if not even more than that.
So having someone like Shara join the team, it opened up my time because this issue was it was all me at first. And this was just something I was trying to get out quickly because with Crimson Shadows, we're trying to maintain a really good schedule with Bardstone to keep product coming out. So I wanted to have this come out quick in between Crimson Shadows 1 and Poe number 2. But with the time crunch between the real estate I do, Jill moving and me helping her, my daughter having a baby soon and me planning her baby shower, I'm like, how am I going to get this done? And Kevin, you actually found Shara online.
Yeah, I was scrolling through. I subscribe to so many different art pages because I like looking at all the different styles, and it just popped up, and I started looking into it, and I'm like, I thought it was really good, so I just kind of messaged her and asked what her rates and what she was doing, and then kind of pushed her your way. Thinking I'm not ready for a flatter for a little while for anything I'm doing, but I think Scott really needs one right now.
Right. Yeah, and you can see it's quite amazing. It's really interesting looking at the process. If you're not familiar with like Photoshop, you work in layers, And it's always fun for me. Like I really enjoy like when I do all my colors to take the inks off and see what does it look like without the inks. And so here you're kind of seeing that. You see the inks on the left, her flats in the middle, and then the inks combined with her flats on the end. Now what happens here is that this process, once the flatter is done, it gets forwarded to the colorist. And the colorist now can just focus all their time on the highlights and shadows and the variations in colors and all those things. So it helps so much having a flatter, because see here, like the skin tone, all the skin tone here is all one color throughout the panel. So I can go in and just say, grab that color, and then I can do all my shading and variations and everything else inside of that mask, and then apply that over it. So it's a very valuable process. And Shara was very professional, very fast. I highly recommend her. So, you know, if you're looking for a flatter for your own work, check her out. She's on DeviantArt ArtStation, and look up Shara Lima. And I'll give a little pitch for her husband. Let's see here, because she often works side by side with her husband, who does final colors, who is PH. I'm going to mess up the names. Gomez.
Hi, Gomez.
Yeah.
And this is his work. So you can see here what the final work looks like after he takes her flats. We were looking at this screen. We saw what her flats look like. And then this is after he puts all his touches on. So you can see how it's all part of a larger process. So if you're looking for a great colorist, you know, Shara and PH do a great job working together. So good stuff. Yeah. And Bardstone, you know, we've been talking about this with how ambitious our 2021 schedule is. We've got like 10 issues, 10 different comics coming out over the next year or so. And we're going to need colorists. And, you know, if you're an aspiring artist, the biggest thing you can do is be on time, meet your deadlines,
right,
and follow through with what you promise. That's the biggest thing. And Shara does that. So check her out. All right. Then the next one will have a funny story. Hey, there's Shara. Yes. We love having you on board, and we definitely look forward to having you as part of future Bardstone properties.
Absolutely.
That's right. So as I said, we had a Brazilian theme going. We had Shara on board, and I hope I'm saying your name right, Shara, because I've not actually talked to her over the phone or anything, so I'm just going by what I see on the screen there. So I hope I'm probably totally destroying the name. But our other Brazilian member of the team is where is he? Here he is, Sergio Cariello. He's a Brazilian American born artist. I'm wording it wrong. Let's see. Where's his sharing this tab to StreamYard? Yes. Why is it not switching out? There we go. Oh, he's got music.
Yeah, you have to just mute it. We can't hear the music. Go ahead and just mute it on your end. You may have to do it up in the browser, up in the.
Yeah.
I looked at it.
Audio.
Yeah.
Let me find his other page. I can't. Were you guys hearing that?
No, just
no.
Oh, okay.
You have to actually click. You have to click the little button that says share audio, which you can do.
Oh, okay. Well, we didn't need the audio. Let me go to his Facebook page. But Sergio, anyways, he's been around for a while in the industry and does amazing work. And we are going to share his page here. The suspense is building. There, Sergio. So one thing, Sergio has a drone, so he loves flying his drone around and doing images of it. He lives down in Florida, so he does a lot of that and stuff. But he does some great work. This is the Action Bible, and he does inks and colors and everything else. So he does a lot of great work. But the way I've come to know him is actually because of that, because I have some Christian-based comics myself, and I did some panels with him. I've gotten to know him over the years at San Diego Comic-Con, but it was really fun with Kevin because how did it go? You actually met Sergio with me 2 years ago, but you didn't realize Sergio was Sergio.
Yeah, you introduced me, and I kind of recognized the name and talked to him. Very nice guy, and then it wasn't until the second time that I think I looked at his table and realized that he was the artist from Lone Ranger. I'm like, oh, holy shit, I love you. What the hell?
Yeah,
I'm usually pretty good about knowing who's who.
Right.
So it surprised me. I'm like, I can't believe I always had him mixed up with someone else. So for some reason,
I think what threw you off is that he was friends with me. So you thought, well, he can't be important.
He's got to have better taste than me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. He's like, wait, how is this possible? But and you got a beautiful Lone Ranger sketch done by him.
Actually,
there it is.
Yeah. Whoop. It's so hard to figure out how this works.
I know, you gotta go backwards.
There
it is. But so you got a nice black and white sketch from him.
Yes.
That was at San Diego Comic-Con last year.
Yeah.
2019, before the world ended.
Yeah.
And
back when we had conventions. Yeah.
What's a convention? I don't know what a convention is, man.
Speaking of conventions, I heard through the grapevine announcement went out for Great Lakes Comic-Con. Is that true? Did you get something?
Yes. Yesterday. No, today. Today's the first day you can apply. It's a juried selection, just like it always is. I'm gonna send it in for Kevin and I, and then you send yours in, and we'll see if Mike can put us all together.
Awesome. Sounds good. That's what I'm doing. It'll be a good test run too. All of us, I mean, everybody in the industry, we got to shake the rust off big time this year. Usually, you take a couple months off, and it's a great show to kind of get warmed up at before you get going in the Comic-Con circuit. But this next year, we're going to really have rust to shake off.
Yeah.
A lot to do.
Like, how do I calculate money? What is this? Oh yeah, I need a marker to sign things. What am I doing?
Yeah.
And lots of scheduling to figure out for next year.
We do. We have a lot. The hardest part is going to be figuring out all these shows that canceled. What shows did I pay and they refunded? What show? So I have to pay again. What shows did I pay and they didn't refund, so I don't have to pay again? What shows did I pay, they didn't refund, but now they're scheduled the same time as another show, so I have to cancel and get paid back again? It's like, what? It's just such chaos.
Yeah.
What is it? Dogs and cats living together.
Mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. It's crazy.
Well, Great Lakes was the only show we did last year.
I did go to I went as 501st, dressed as a stormtrooper to what's that one Twisted does? Astronomicon. So I went there as a fan / 501st member, but that was it. That's like the whole year.
Yeah.
We need shows to come back, but I'm excited because by next year, because you're cruising along on Poe issue 2, Kevin.
Yeah, I have 2.5 pages left to color. That's it. That's awesome. Yeah. And then and that final story, I gotta say, I absolutely love. Brett did the writing of that one. Great vision. Visionary or whatever in this story. I don't know what word I'm using.
The only one not drinking and he can't speak.
I know, right?
This is late for me. It's like 7:30, guys. Come on.
And you wrote this book you're trying to get people to buy?
Exactly. That's why for me, I get up early. I come to the office here around. By the time I get to the office, it's usually 7-ish. And I get my best work done from 7 to noon. So that's where I really focus on writing and everything else and do that. And then as the day goes on, my brain slowly turns off. And by 9 p.m., I'm gone.
I can understand that. So
Yeah.
it's just how it is some days.
Yeah.
Indeed. So let's see here. Let's go back. Oh, I want to talk about the drive-through comics. Brett is the one who turned me over to them, and I've been very happy with them. So we do have it available for sale, $3.99 an issue for Crimson Shadows issue 1. And you're going to be moving Poe over to there too, right, Kevin?
Yep. I'm going to
I'm going
there.
And I have my Emmanuel God With Us issue 1. I'm going to be putting on here. Wretched Realms will be going on here. Are you putting your stuff on there, Brett? I
still got the Boomtown Press. I'll probably keep my original Boomtown Press stuff there, Scabs and Carl. Yeah. But any new titles I launch through Bardstone will automatically go onto Bardstone.
Yeah, but once you have those all live and active, we can put the Boomtown links obviously onto Bardstone. So we can help do that. So it's a really easy to use format. The account is free. So you sign up, and then with our digital downloads we give you, you just go over to Drive-Thru Comics and purchase it through them. You can download it directly, and it stays on your account. So later on, you can read it whenever you want to. So it's such a user-friendly format, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was very simple.
Yeah.
For Crimson Shadows, I think, because I had never signed in, I think I signed in through my Facebook account and was looking at the comic within a minute and a half. I mean, downloaded on my computer, done. It was so quick and simple. And you never have to go back to the website again if you don't want to. I mean, you just go right there, download your free copy, and you're done. You don't have to do anything on the website other than just download if you don't want to.
Right. So, like I said, you can buy this for $3.99 on there, or go to our Kickstarter. As an add-on, you save $1. So it'll be $3 a digital copy if you buy them through the rewards. Mm-hmm. So we recommend doing that. But Drive-Thru Comics, I think this is a perfect platform for what we're doing, and look forward to seeing what comes out of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. So what else is going on, guys? Let's see. Share screen. We'll go back to the Kickstarter. There we go. So right now we're up to $145. We got 3 backers, so that's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So reminder, we got that early bird special. If you do any rewards, $40 or more, and that includes add-ons. If you get add-ons and your order totals $40 or more, the next 48 hours I'll throw in a free sketch. That's about a $20 value there for the 4x6 sketches. And then if you do the $80 early bird special, you get $120 worth of stuff. So those are the 2 specials we have going on right now.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyways, not to beat a dead horse. There's the dead horse. I was reading up on this. I was trying to figure out what sound a horse makes, like when it's dying, and like how do you spell it? How do you put it on there so it's like going nay?
That's an interesting Google search, I'm sure.
Yes, and I found the horses actually do make a shriek sound, and they said in it that most horse owners will tell you it's not true, but you have to ask people who rode horses in war to know for them to verify it. So the horse has to be in such horror to do this sound. It will never make it otherwise. So anyways, but then in talking about doing this, because it was talking about how to spell the sound for authors, they highly recommended not killing a horse in your story, because they find that readers get very upset and will hate you for it. So
well, a little late there now, Scott.
So I went there. So
yeah,
there you have it. Poor horse.
You don't really see him die.
In one of the pages, you just see him laying there, though.
Well.
But yes, you're right.
So
he could be taking a nap. This was a lot of fun to draw, though. The challenge of this was the one thing in the world never asked me to draw at a convention is a horse. Horses are hard. They look like deformed dogs when I draw them. And so in doing Wretched Realms, I'm like, you know what? I want to challenge myself and do something with horses. So that's how I kind of steered into the Wild West. And because I've been a big fan of like the Clint Eastwood movies in the 70s and, the Outlaw Josie Wales and, Fistful of Dollars. And all those are great. My favorite all time is Unforgiven. Absolutely love that one. But so I'm like, I'm going to challenge myself. I was like 3 pages in. I'm like, why did I do this?
Yeah, 3 pages in, you kill the damn horse.
I will admit this was a part of the reason.
Yeah. Screw that. The horse is dead.
Well, and it's an interesting thing, how reality can influence story.
Yeah.
Well, now we need to have a side story, a spinoff, and it's where the Corleone family does the first head in a bed scene and with a horse.
Yeah, so I'm like, I can't.
So Wretched Realms 2, the birth of a mafia.
Like I can't draw this horse for 26 pages. He's gotta go. So he got killed off. Sorry, horse. But that's like other things like that that end up becoming iconic. Star Trek, for instance. Originally the teleporter was never part of it. They were supposed to, the plan was to have them load a shuttlecraft, the shuttlecraft fly down to the planet and they unload. But they realized the special effects were going to cost way too much to do. So they had to come up with a way just to instantly get them down. And that's where the teleporter was born. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting when real life scenarios influence something and then it becomes iconic.
Yeah, I've done so many illustrations, and since doing these books, you start realizing what's a great idea before you actually draw it, and then when you start drawing, like, what the hell? Why did I do that?
Why did I do this?
Yeah, and
I think with all of these projects, you hit a point. There's a key point where you're like, "What did I get myself into?"
Right.
And then you push through that point, and usually you start getting back to, okay, I'm glad I'm doing this. But there's always that one spot in there you're like,
yeah.
Why did I announce it publicly that I was doing this? I just want to quit.
At this point, I just feel like the morbid Bob Ross, So it's like, what do I do? Oh, put a happy skull here. Here's another skull. Yeah.
Right? So
I think Kevin froze.
Kevin, oh, look at that. Let's make him full screen. It was at this moment the beer kicked in.
Yeah.
Am I froze? There
you were. you look like this.
Oh, we got James chiming in. James supported Crimson Shadow. I think he did Poe also.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for your support. We're already almost 10%. Eager to read this book. Awesome. We really appreciate your support, James.
James has supported me. He's a local guy, so I'm going to say it wrong. I think he's in Angola. He's close to Fort Wayne in my area. So he's always comes to all the shows, especially when the shows were in Fort Wayne. So long-time supporter. So thanks, James.
Awesome. And you guys rock out there. You really do. And especially this year, it's been with the shows not being an outlet for us.
Right.
The Kickstarter really has been a huge blessing to be able to do. So
yeah, it's filled the gap of the time and the creativity. We needed some kind of outlet. So this has definitely helped.
Now I'm stuck in this layout. How do I get it? What's going on? Why? Maybe I have to remove and then add. Why is it not letting me? Oh, I see why. It's doing this. There we go. Now if there we go. That's what I wanted. And James said, "You got it, Kevin." All right. We need like what, James, I'm going to throw in a special reward for you. I'm going to find some, you need like a trophy for supporting. He's got the streak going for Bardstone.
Yeah.
We got to We got to celebrate this somehow. I think you're already celebrating, Kevin, with a beer.
Yeah. I have to go so terribly far to go get another beer. It's absolutely. Oh, look, another beer. So,
Kevin is located in what we call the Oasis.
yeah.
So me and Brett are thinking about just hiding down there and at night.
We're going to take over the rest of the garage so we have a place to sleep. And then we can all just hang out in the Oasis.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, this is truly the most glorious thing that we ever decided to do. It's so conducive to being creative. Like Scott, I'm an early riser. I'm up at 5:30 every morning.
Right.
So even on weekends. So on Saturdays and Sundays, I'm out here by 6. I get about 3 or 4 hours in before I start getting bothered by the kids or anyone. And it's nice to get that creative time.
But you got a genius component to your Oasis here. You've kid-proofed it by putting coded locks on that the kids don't know the codes to.
Exactly.
So, that's pretty smart of you there.
Yeah, you know.
But Kevin's got a great family over there. His wife Brandy and their kids, and it's just awesome. So we got to get down there again. For some reason, I thought your house was way farther than what it was.
No, it's not bad.
It's not a bad drive.
That's only a couple hours, really.
Yeah, I can get to Brett's in 2 hours, which
So 3 for me.
Maybe 2.5, but depending on traffic. So, but yeah, It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, I think it was like 3 hours on the nose for me to get to your house.
Yeah, because I can make it to Troy in 3 hours from here.
Yeah.
So,
of course, you're going 110, but no.
you know.
When I don't know if you saw it, Brett, but when on my ride to Kevin's, there was an insane number of cops out for that ride.
Which way did you go? Did you come down where you hit 24 in Toledo?
I went. Oh God, I don't know where. I went by Ann Arbor, U of M.
And then you went 69, didn't you?
69, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't go that way. So we went south to Toledo.
Okay.
23, and then part of it was because we grabbed the Chick-fil-A, but even if we weren't, it still would take us this way. We hit 24, US 24 there, and it's the newer highway. It takes us straight out to almost to 6. I think it's 6, right, Kevin?
Yep.
And that shoots us straight there. So we're kind of technically the back way, but all of it's like 60 to 70 miles an hour highway until you start in the towns on 6.
It's not
and
a
even
bad
then,
way to go.
No, it's like a little over 2 hours is all it took us, and even with stopping, I think we weren't even total 3 hours. Because we got in like 45 minutes sooner than I thought we would.
Yeah, the only problem with that one is there is like a 40-minute stretch where you're like, where the hell am I? Like nothing's changed. Like you're just going, you're in the middle of nowhere, you know. But other than that, it's not too bad.
Right. There is that stretch. It's that like you're talking about going towards your house would be after Jackson.
Yeah. It's just like everything's the same. Like where am I? You know, if it wasn't for the GPS, it's kind of you think you're not even moving. You know, like, I passed that same thing like 5 minutes ago. I was like, am I going in circles?
It's like, oh look, another Asian massage parlor.
Exactly.
It's like a billboard every 50 feet. What's going on there?
Yeah. It's just all booze and porn up in Michigan, at least.
That's just it's just those people in Jackson, I think. Hey, how's it going, Jacob Bear?
Hey, Jacob.
Oh, yeah, Jacob's getting ready to ship out his Kickstarter that just finished.
Yeah, Rhino Boom. I'm looking forward to that one. That was another great quality indie comic that he put out. And I was happy to support that one. So looking forward to getting that. The cover art was awesome. He had great creative team on that one.
Yeah, great work.
Good work. So here's our website, bardstone.com. So if you don't remember how to find our Kickstarters at any time, just go to bardstone.com. And we got update, breaking news. We need the typewriter effect. I'll be shipping them out next week. So there you go. I can't wait. Well, we'll put it up on the when we do Odd Musings. We'll announce the arrival.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll showcase it a little bit.
Yeah. So if you don't remember how to find whatever Kickstarter we're doing, just go to bardstone.com. We showcase what our current Kickstarter is.
Mhm.
We have our coming soon, so I got to update that. And then we have our currently available titles. I've got to link some drive-through comics and stuff on there as well. But if you click on this, it takes you to our Kickstarter page. And then here is the link you click to go to the Kickstarter page itself. So it's that easy.
Yeah.
Set it and forget it.
Yes.
Apropos. I saw you post, Brett. You tagged me. The movies. They announced the movie theaters.
Yeah, Imagine opens up. Well, the movie theaters open in Michigan a week from tomorrow, and Imagine's already saying some of the movies they're going to have. It's a lot of the ones we talked about on I'd be using a little bit. This is what's available, but it's exciting to see what's coming out. And I've seen Fathom posting some stuff, so I assume they'll be announcing some Fathom movies.
Nice.
Things like that. With Halloween coming up, usually you get a few of the different horror movies they like to re-air, things like that. Waiting to see if they do anything with the Nightmare Before Christmas. They've done that in the past.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So it's real exciting. I'm excited to go back. I won't go probably next Friday, but I'll probably try to go like the following week and hit I think they're gonna be closed on Wednesdays for Imagine, but they're open every other day. So I'm thinking like, okay, I'll see what's going on Tuesday if they're still doing Popcorn Tuesday. It's limited seating, stuff like that. So but I don't expect to see it be rushed too much. So
yeah, I don't think. I mean, even with everything going on, people will be excited to go back, but even the big theaters haven't been packed.
Yeah. Well, now for those who don't know, Kevin lives in Indiana, and they are actually a free state. They are allowed to live their lives and go outside, unlike Michigan. We're all going to be coming out. We're going to be like those vampires in I Am Legend. You know how we're going to be coming out and the sun's going to be there. We're all going to be like, what is that? Our skin's going to be burning because we've been locked up for so long. We won't know what to do. But you guys have been allowed to go to movies for a while now, and things have been fine, right?
Yeah. God, I want to say for 2 months at least.
Yeah, and you guys haven't had issues.
Yeah, no, I mean the local theaters, the smaller ones opened up actually early. Well, not early, but the first ones to open up, and then the bigger ones followed suit maybe 4 to 5 weeks ago. But they're playing a lot of the old movies. If I had more time on my hands, they've had some really great ones. I mean, the big theater up in Auburn actually was doing like a Quentin Tarantino run one week.
Wow.
So Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. I'm like, dude, that's awesome. But
I saw those in the theater when they launched. That was great, and haven't seen them since on the big screen. They really do play different. So
yeah, there's so many different options now. So I hope a lot of the theaters, this is an avenue to try to get them to make some money and try to stay afloat. The small ones are tough. Even the local one decided to go ahead and close until the new movies come out because they just weren't getting enough, which is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly what Jacob said. Brett and I liked New Mutants. I thought it was a decent movie. And it is tough to compare it when it's the only new thing you've seen in however long. But it's fantastic to actually get to go to the theaters and there's a lot of good ones that are decent enough to watch, but just going to the theater and watch an old movie, like James said, go watch Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish that had been playing around here. I'd love to have seen that.
That would be nice.
They've had the trilogy at Auburn a couple of times, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So you could actually go and on a Saturday go and watch all three in order if you wanted. And I honestly, if you think about it, if you had an entire day to kill, why not, right?
Well, yeah,
popcorn and soda and
those are the movies that no matter how many times you've seen them, when you're watching them on the big screen, you just get re-engrossed into them again. And but yeah, I agree with Jake a little bit. I like New Mutants. And it was great to be back in the theater, eat some popcorn, have some candy, a drink, and just seeing a movie on the big screen. I made things feel almost normal again.
Yeah.
And that. But I was looking at our local one, Imagine here, and starting next week, they're gonna have the replaying Coco. That's the Pixar movie. They got that movie Tenet coming out. They're showing New Mutants. They got a new movie called The War with Grandpa. Looks like De Niro.
That looks
and
good.
then Unhinged. So they've only got like 5 movies they're showing. And it's like Coco's only showing it one time a day, and then the other ones are showing a few times a day. And they're not even open until the afternoon, so they're not open all day like they were before. But they're still gonna be open up like around like 3 o'clock. So it's like okay, it's cool. They're getting started again, and I definitely want to support the theaters because I don't want to see them financially go away, because then you get stuck with just a crappy theater.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So one of the questions Jacob asked, how are you guys doing this year with no conventions? And I think Bardstone is the wonderful byproduct of this. Is
Absolutely.
all 3 of us have day jobs that we do, and
not by choice, but by bank account.
Necessity, right?
Yeah.
and I don't think it's a big secret. The formula for success at Comic-Cons has shifted over the last many years here. It's been changing. And so we saw the writing on the wall with the business model we were each operating under. It wasn't sustainable to do as a full-time thing. So we started getting I got back into real estate. Brett has been killing it with Ship. Kevin has his job. He's kind of like Chandler. No one knows what Kevin does. No, Kevin does something with rivets and nuts. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Nipples and nuts all day.
And he yells at people. Those are our day jobs. But our passion is obviously this. We are creators at heart. And the blessing in this is by not doing shows, it freed up so much time. Yeah. And it's the business model we've been talking about for the last 8 to 10 years. This gave us the opportunity to do it, pull the trigger and say, let's go for it. So like we're making the shift away from fan art. We're going into creator-owned products and really loving it. This is so much more fulfilling for me, and I'm sure for you too also, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is what I always had started doing, and the fan art was a necessary evil to make money at the shows. And that's where I was glad to try to get back to this. I've been talking about it for a few years, getting strictly back to creator-owned work. If I do anything fan art-wise, I probably only can do original pictures, and that's it. Have some sketches and things like that. But it's creating and publishing comics is what got me started, and that's what I've been doing for 16 years. This is supposed to be my 15th year celebration, so now I'm gonna have to do a 16-year celebration.
Right. So yeah, and exactly. So when conventions come back, are we going to go back to fan art, or are we going to focus on publishing? We're going hardcore with our publishing.
Yeah.
Like I think each of us, we have our best sellers for our fan art, and like we might have it available at the show behind the table, but our setup and focus is on the creator-owned product.
I'll have a book of stuff, and that's it. And then if I redo anything fan art wise, it's gonna be very limited, probably very specialty, sticking like maybe even like the metal prints and stuff like that, just because of the fact that it's not where the passion is, and I'd rather dedicate more time to creating, writing and creating and doing everything I've been doing. And
I think from a business model standpoint, and unless maybe I'm just wrong, I don't know. But
you're always wrong, but that's beside the point.
But
sorry, I gotta bust this stuff once in a while.
No, yeah, right. No, but in all seriousness, it always feels like, because I've had books in the past and stuff, but when I have a blend of product on the table, I feel like it confuses the customer. The people who are looking for fan art see the creator-owned stuff and is like, oh, that's not what I'm looking for. The people looking for the creator-owned stuff see the fan art stuff, is like, that's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah,
I feel like you almost have to go one direction or the other for your setup, and really go after that crowd. To really make it work one way or the other. If you're going to go do fan art, go hardcore fan art. If you're going to do creator owned, go hardcore creator owned.
Yeah.
It just feels like the blend doesn't work well, at least in my experience.
I sell more fan art than books, but when I've been at places where I concentrate just on the books, I sold more books than I do at other shows. Right. And I think with us partnering up like we are and all working, contributing in some way to almost everything we're doing. Like I'm not doing it in that Wretched Realms this time, and it's not because Scott didn't ask. It's strictly just for time right now. because we kind of rushed this one through. But it's doing the story with Paul McCobb too. I'm excited about that.
Yep.
I did the lettering for Crimson Shadows as well as contributed a cover. So all of us having some part of it, as well as still I'm going to offer Wretched Realms on the table when they're not with me at shows. Just the fact that it's something part of the Bardstone group.
Right, we're all Bardstone.
And then adding in my current titles, which next year will be a 5th Moontown Scabs, my Expendables, my Carl, and so it'll give a wide range of everything that we're going to have together. So, that's a good way too. The metal bookmarks. I'm looking at if I do any metal prints anymore. I keep a couple of the large ones only because my Serenity looks good in that, and my Winnie the Pooh. But everything else, I've been doing the comic size, and I like that size, but they are heavy to transport. So, so 4x6 might be the way to go.
Yeah, I think this year is 2021 is gonna be the transition year. At least the first initial shows, and depending on the size of the show and what it is, the fan art. What I've got now is what I'm gonna have, and I'm gonna sell through that, and then that's gonna get phased out. But I think a lot of us are in the same boat where we've been doing this a long time, so we all planned on 2021 doing 12 shows and some big shows. So I've got, I don't know, 1,200 prints sitting over there. So they're gonna
I don't have as much. See, I had not placed a print order for this year, and except for metals, I had a few things I needed just for Great Lakes, and
I had done a print order at the beginning of the year.
So I had I was coming in already kind of light, so I went through my stuff before that. I was like, okay, this ain't bad. And I'm like, oh, it's gonna go to certain shows I think haul it with, but when I fly to shows, I'm strictly going Bardstone and Bardstone Boomtown Press.
My fan art, I'll sell some, but my whole shift has occurred where previously I looked at Comic Cons as a profit center. It's where I went to make money. Now I see it as a marketing expense. I see it as a place where I'm going to promote Bardstone, to get the name recognition out there, and to collect potential contacts of people who are interested in knowing when the next Kickstarter is. So I'm going to offer my fan art as maybe free giveaways. Like you sign up for our Kickstarter newsletter, I'll give you a print, or maybe it'll be our PDF file for Crimson Shadow 1 you'll get if you sign up. But I'm looking at Comic-Cons now as a promotional expense versus a revenue stream.
That's what Jacob's saying. He's got 1,000 prints. I'll tell you what worked for me is, and I did this quite a few times the last few years, is I started offering my prints were like 2 for $20. Or I told people, hey, you buy these comics, you're going to get these prints thrown in, and you're actually getting more value for the $20 or $25 you end up spending, depending on what you bought book wise. And people I would say a good amount of people like that. Some people did. They're like, I'll just take the print. But I'm like, you're spending almost as much for the books. I was like, I'm giving the books away. Right. As we all know, the prints are cheap for us to make.
Right.
So I would just say, Jacob, just offer the prints for sale, but at the same time, while you're trying to get rid of them, at the same time, say, hey, you know what? Here's my book. If you buy whatever you got for your books, X amount of books, or for every $20 you spend on books, you get 1 or 2 free prints. It's a great way to just blow through them and get rid of them. You've already paid for them. They probably already paid for themselves, so you're not really out anything with those. It's a great way to build up that readership.
Now, one thing I am considering doing, like for instance, I have the helmet series there, and so that's it's a theme-oriented thing. I'm thinking about doing a book of all of them, so that way because I did put a lot of time and effort to create all that. So maybe I'll make a book, art book that I can sell, and people can buy that in the future. So I might do that just because those are popular for me. So but by doing it in a book format, it fits with everything else we're doing. So with the books.
Yeah,
definitely.
All right, let's revisit this one last time before we close shop for the night here. So let's see, I'll refresh the screen, and we've got 4 pledges for $170. Our goal is $2,000, so it's a little lower than what we did for Crimson Shadows, but we are, now that the ball is rolling.
Another backer!
Oh, hey! That was crazy. How did that happen? Whoa. Whoa, that was nuts. Now I'm just getting slap happy. But now we're up to 195. So we're at just shy of 10% of our goal in the first hour here. So that's awesome. Like I said, our early bird special, there's 2 different versions. Any reward you get, $40 or more between the reward and add-ons, I will throw in a 4x6 grayscale sketch of a Wretched Realms character. And there's an official early bird special, $80, you get $120 worth of product and an original sketch on Wretched Realms.
That's a great way to get all the covers, man. So
Yeah.
It, minus it does not have the ultra cover though. So
right.
there is a reward for the ultra cover where that's included.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's only 30 issues, so I can't put that in the early bird because the early bird could be unlimited. It's however many people do it. So
right, but the ultra still is it's part of the what's his name's cover? Sergio's, yes.
Yep.
So, but you still get the regular Sergio cover as well as the sketch cover. Correct. So, I mean, it's still a great way to get. You just don't get that ultra one, but if you want that, you can add that on, which is great. But just to even get one of the basic of every cover, the basics of them, it's a great way to do it. And as we're moving on with Bardstone, I'm going to put this disclaimer out there. I predict someday they will be worth tens of dollars. Tens of dollars.
Yeah. Hopefully many tens and tens.
Yes. But especially someone like Sergio's work. His work is world renowned, well known. This is a great way to have some of his. And then if you do hit shows where he pops up at San Diego, things like that, you take it there, have him sign it, and I think it's a cool thing to go. And of course, anybody think about it from us, if they're not signed by us, we'll sign them. Heck, I'll sign them even though my name's not on it.
So if you do want the all 6 covers with the ultra, it's just $10 more for a pledge. You'll get the $90 reward package there, the completest pack. There's only 10 of those available. So if you do want the all 6, you got to get that package. That one I will throw in the 4x6 sketch with if you get that one. Mm-hmm. So there you have it. So whatever you want, they're available. And we're going to be here. We got 26 days to go, but the sooner you pledge, the more success we have. And always share the links. Yes. That helps us so much. All right. Awesome. Anything else, guys?
No. I think we'll do this next Wednesday and just kind of do a catch up, see where we're at for the week.
Yeah. We'll do Wednesdays at 7, and then the final day that it is Wednesday, October 28th, and we'll do a show 7 to 8 o'clock for the final hour.
Nice.
It's the final countdown.
Yeah. Hey, Jacob, man, thanks for joining us, Jacob. I'm glad you chimed in, man. Everything's going well for you too.
And thank you, James, for chiming in also, and thank you for your support. We really do appreciate everyone's support. Thank you to Shara for popping in, and thank you for your hard work on the flats for the colors. You saved my there.
Well, if she wants to jump in sometime on the live thing, we'll have to send her a link so she can chime in for a little bit and talk to us about the work she did on it. I'd love to hear her talk about that.
Definitely. Yeah. I'll I don't know if she's still watching. I'll send her a private message though to see if she's interested in doing that.
Yeah.
So there you have it, guys. So Bardstone Publishing, Wretched Realms.
Support the Kickstarter. Spend some money, share, link. Go, 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 go. Bye. I don't know. We're still live in Scott's.
I know, right? Scott just left. All right. So now we can tell the real story of Scott. So.
Yeah.
I hate when I do that.
You gotta hit end broadcast, man.
I know. And then they sabotage you by keeping it going so you guys can talk about me. I know what you're doing. And it's not like there's where you could easily. Thankfully,
I was showing off my new Pixar hat. See, it's got Mike Wazowski and a bunch of other characters all around.
I'm watching.
I was digging through some of my pens I had sitting here. I go, ooh, scary.
Nice.
Actually, Kevin will like this one. See, we're still live. Don't forget, guys, we're still live.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
This was cool though. Hollywood Studios. That one's cool.
I like that.
And I got.
I'll show off my stuff.
Yeah, Lilo is a witch.
Ooh.
So.
I got me a Mountain Trooper today.
Nice.
Black
Oh,
Series.
nice.
Target is starting to get their stuff is starting to come in. Then I also got Hondo, which is out of reach right now. He's a little farther, but they look great. I heard some other great stuff is popping out. Whoa, look at that.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, don't forget to hit end broadcast because you're still live.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hit end broadcast now, and now we're really leaving. So take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.